He gonna fuss, but I don't care. I still can get it.
Okay.
That's funny.
What about you, Kim?
Shit. Y'all be, I mean, so I'm gonna say this. Money is irrelevant to me because I make money.
Right.
And I don't that doesn't take away from my femininity. It's just the reality of it. My business, I can make money. However, there's a mindset that comes behind a man that's broke as opposed to a man that doesn't make a lot of money. So if I'm, with a guy that works at, Home Depot, you know what I'm saying? And he go to work
Mm-hmm.
every day and he work 40 hours a week and he has, he's self-sufficient and you know what I mean? I have no problem with that. I ran across this guy in my dating adventures, and a nice guy. I'm not gonna say he wasn't. He was a really nice guy, but he was broke. Not not he had a he was just, for some reason, and I don't know what, he was just broke. So my only thought is, um it's his mindset. You know what I'm saying? Especially at my age, at 50, we in our 50s. And listen,
Right.
I came from the struggle. I get with the kids and all that, but we talking about a single man. He on his own. He got a halfway decent job. He's been in the military.
Mm-hmm.
He's traveled the world. He's not living like a minimalist. You know what I'm saying? He's living a really, now, like, he took me out to dinner, but I promise you he was probably stretched for that. You know what I'm saying? But it was the mindset behind it. Like, why are you not making it totally content? You know what I'm saying? With, in a rundown house with rundown things, and, has no inspiration to really have more than that. You know what I mean? You can be broke and have a nice home and
Mm-hmm.
clean and all that, but I'm saying you could just tell you know what I mean? He really didn't, you know,
Mm-mm.
he didn't really care. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-mm.
I don't mind a man who is, blue collar worker, I guess, or even beneath that. You know what I'm saying? As long as he is making the effort, we got money.
Okay.
We
I
got money.
totally agree. For everybody that just joined, we are talking about men and money, and it goes off of our last show when we discussed that women do expect or prefer their men to have money because there are bills to everything. There's bills to water. It's 75 cents for a glass of water. So
Mm-mm.
expect somebody to have money when we sit at the table, but as you may have heard Kim, I'm not sure if everybody heard Dana because we were having technical difficulties. Um, Money isn't everything, but Dana, I'm going to ask you to re-speak because we weren't able to hear you. So,
Okay, I was saying like a man, I mean, like back in the day before I got with my husband, and I guess it was like because I was a single parent, I would not mess with a man if he didn't have nothing to bring to the table or he had nothing to give me, it was nothing. But now that my life is different, I have a good husband, and when we first met, he really didn't have money, but we built a lot of things together. And it's all have to do with the mindset of a person.
okay.
Because sometimes a man can have nothing, but if he got a mindset, you can build off a lot with the mindset. And then you will have money because that's what happened to us. Because when he first came home, he didn't have anything. I gave him like his first little bit of piece of money, but now he got like 5 trucks, 10 houses. So we built. You can build with a man that's got a mindset.
Right.
But some men just want to be like they just want to get everything they can from you, and that don't
Mm.
work with me.
Is it fair to say you saw potential in your man?
Oh yes.
Okay.
Shit.
See,
Yeah.
he was always a hustler anyway, but this
Okay.
time he just hustling in the right way.
And you could tell he was doing it the right way. He knew how to
Oh
do it the
yeah,
right
oh yes, because I was in a predicament where I wasn't like, because I always was a church girl, but I still did my thing.
way.
So I was like in a predicament, like I had left church because I had a disagreement with my dad, so I left church. So when he came home, he invited me back to church. So that's how I got back into the church.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, spiritual leader.
I know. It's a different perspective tonight. All right. And it's all good.
I love it.
I do too.
I love that.
So is it fair to say that if your husband wasn't part of your life, you probably wouldn't have went back to church?
I probably wouldn't have.
See?
No, I probably wouldn't have because I would have I ain't gonna tell him what I would have been doing. Because I mean, I was back out there. But we've been friends for over 20. We was always friends, but he was never my boyfriend. We were just doing a booty call. And we ended up being married.
Keeping it honest.
Yep.
Because you never know what's going to happen with anything. People are so opposed to shit like that. Like, oh, it's just a booty call. You don't know what it's going to be at any time. It may be or may not be, right? If you don't put any expectations. Y'all had absolutely no expectations about that relationship. You just, you was doing what you were doing. It worked for both of you. Everything was cool. This, I don't mean to go off subject, but I'm just saying this pertains back to what Jay and them were talking about, like the whole poly thing, and everybody was like, oh, no, it just depends. You just never know where you're going to be. Sometimes what is toxic to other people is a peaceful situation to someone else, like
that's right.
The non-monogamous relationships, I have had the most peaceful time when it comes to relationship, other than just crazy shit happening in dating. But I'm saying, like, with the people that I've been involved, I don't have no problems. We don't have no problem. We don't be fussing and fighting and arguing and doing all those things. We have a very peaceful encounter. It stays peaceful. You know what I'm saying? And I fucking love all of her right now. Like all her, I love. Like for real. I just met a really dope dude, and we were talking because he's a trucker, and he was like, I want 3 trucks. And I said, how about we get 5? Like, I'm talking like he might. I said, how about we get 5? And he was like, okay. And I said, matter of fact, this is what I'll do. I said, however many trucks you get, that's how many real estate offices I'll open. He was like, okay, bet. Like we already having those conversations. Like that shit is dope as hell to me. So Dana and her husband are my hero right now. Like, I can't wait to get off the here and call him and tell him.
So chat lives matter. Do you see Silky talking about I like booty calls? I like calling on the booty.
Oh yeah, but yeah. So that's like I said. If he got a mindset and he can help you get through your struggles, or you can help him get through your struggles, money is not really everything.
True.
Because you can have money and not be happy.
That's true. Or you could have money and not know what to do with it either.
Right. Because a lot of people get money for monetary reasons, right? Because it's money, that's what they think. The reason that I'm creating generational wealth is for freedom. I want to have the freedom not only for myself for the rest of my life here, but also for every generation to follow. So they have a cushion that they can, they don't have to worry about a mortgage or gas, or they don't have to think about those things. That is not something that they have to be concerned or worried about, so that they can focus all of their energy on the gifts that they were given. You know what I'm saying? And give back in whatever way, form that is. That, we should, I've always said, and I still believe this to this day, food and shelter should not be something you have to pay for, right?
Yeah, I don't upgrade.
Yeah, like if you want to upgrade and you want more food and different food, you know what I'm saying, or something like that. Or if you want to upgrade to a bigger or better place, great, because there's people that will do that. But just coming in to this world, that should be, it ain't like there ain't enough empty buildings and stuff that shit can be, renovated and people put in places. You know what I'm saying?
That is the truth. So Dana, answer. I don't know if you can see it. Do you see Silky talking about I like throwing money in the air?
Yeah, I see.
So we answer back the chat. So do you have anything to tell Mr. I'm thinking it's Mr. Silky Savage.
He said he like throwing money in the air and what?
Throw money in the air to see nudity. So I'm thinking that he goes to strip clubs.
Oh, so that's
He probably needs prayer. He probably needs prayer and supplication.
Yeah, he needs a whole lot of prayer. A whole lot of prayer.
We're gonna have church go find him.
And that money he throwing in the air, is he going home with her? Is he taking her home with him?
Right? That's wasted money. So that's
a waste of money.
That's wasted money.
Baby,
that's money he could be building trouble by.
Right. Exactly.
I can shake my ass like that. I can figure out how to work a pole. If that's what turns you on.
Hey, I'll work one right for my husband. I sure will. I'll work a pole for him.
Sure will. Yeah. I'll around, but I'll figure it out if that's what he wants. But that's not, we're not doing that.
Silky trying to go home with 3 women. Ladies, because usually
I go home with ladies, because I usually go home with 3.
Oh wow!
I used to go home with 2. Silky, have several seats. You ain't being bragging. I'm teasing. It's a joke.
Go home with 3.
It's a joke.
But can he handle all 3 of them?
Can you handle all 3, Silky?
Now y'all know good and hell well what Silky about to say.
And if anybody can we ask our producer if he could
challenge? Bye.
Just go on to Kim herself and try to zoom into her pictures in the back when she was talking about she could work a pole and what have you. Can you move your head? Yes. That's Kim at her finest in the background. Just so y'all know, she ain't no joke. Remind yourself daily what she can do.
Baby. Myself every day, like, damn, baby, you doing the damn thing. Right. Do it, Kim. Hype myself up. Shit. Somebody got to.
That's right.
Somebody got to. It took a long time to get here.
Like a long words. Yeah, challenge.
Kim gonna be one of the 3.
Oh, Kim gonna be one of the 3.
Okay, Silky, if you think.
But Silky, do you have money to bring Kim up or wherever you at?
Let's see what that response is. I'm curious. I mean, really, I mean, you don't even have to, because honestly, I'm not into women like that. Monopoly money, man. You gonna get monopoly fellatio. How about that? You're gonna get monopoly fellatio. Fuck around, monopoly money. But I'm not into women like that. Like, for real. I would go home with 2 men, but I don't. But I would. I wouldn't faze me a bit. But. And around here, what's up, Anthony? Around here in Birmingham, this is my first experience with so many fucking freaks in my life. I have never, and maybe I just ain't been out there, but I mean.
No, I think it's a COVID thing. They're just coming out.
I mean, I'm serious. Like the shit that these men have offered for me to, or not offered, but like suggested I should do. I'm like, are you fucking serious? Like maybe I should start watching porn and I wouldn't be so shocked by all of it. But some of the shit they say, and look, I'm sensual, I'm sexual. I believe in people doing shit, but damn, I've never seen this many people, do all this kind of shit.
Speaking of people, Kim.
Yes.
Say about the like. We like how you say it. Like the.
Oh yes, if you just jumped on, everybody needs to like, subscribe, and share the shit out the show.
That's how she says it all the time.
Yeah, you do good at commenting, so I never say that. But yeah, subscribe, like, even if you're just jumped on, you still hit the like button. It's really important. Hey, lady
Navoa. This is his. She's trying to find out which is Savage's and not, because he was on the red velvet room. Velvet room. I don't know where the red velvet came from. See, y'all are talking about all these polls and stuff. Now I got a whole thought process going on.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
I thought about getting one and doing. I mean, I don't know. I'm not really that. I thought about it a couple times because they say it's like really good exercise.
Yeah, but I don't know if my ceiling's strong enough.
That's what I'm saying. I got a little weight on me, baby.
Yeah.
And honey, when you get in them 50s, them legs don't rock like they used to.
Baby, what you mean when? Oh.
I'm not in my 50s, but I will tell you that I got some girth just like I like my man. But I I ain't
That's what
trying
I'm
to do
saying.
no
I
pole.
think, but I think older women is more what I want to say
flexible.
What do you?
like they like it a little bit more.
Our
I know I
sexual
do.
appetite is
Yes.
undeniable. Yes, I have an insatiable appetite. I
Yeah.
said that all the time, and I am unashamed.
I think we just know what we want. That's what it is.
Exactly.
I think
And
that
before it
once you
was like
start,
maybe.
yeah.
Mhm.
I think once you start healing too, and you really do have self love, you know, you're become almost inhibited. You know, you don't have any fear of anything because you know who
Mhm.
you are, and you're not afraid of whatever boundaries you might get to. You know yourself well enough to know that you'll stop when you want to stop and go when you want to go.
That's right.
That's a
Right.
different experience. You know what I'm saying? So, and then to find somebody who can, you know, balance that in the bedroom, that shit
You
is.
better get you a younger guy, girl.
Baby, he's 37, but thanks for asking.
He's 37.
Oh, baby.
Y'all ain't see me glow in the last few weeks?
I know that's right.
I know you said you were doing a late date the other day. So, all right,
baby. One of many,
All
one
right.
of many.
okay.
Thank
I
you.
ain't mad
Thank
at
you.
Trust and believe.
I'd be like, thank you, thank you, thank you.
But you know what? Some younger guys are like my husband. I'm 7 years older than him. But when I tell you, he's the best man I ever had. He's better. Like, he's the best man. I have men in my life, but he's the best man I ever had. He's a man that make you feel like you are somebody.
Aww.
Okay.
I'm in love with them. Y'all got a TikTok thing? Couple TikTok.
Yeah, he makes you. I mean, and you know, that's why I say like money. Like with money, you know, if I would have been looking for money in him, I would have never got him. You know, so but we built together. So, you know, I mean, we have a happy marriage. I mean, it ain't perfect, or we argue or whatever. We never fight, but we might disagree. But we never go to sleep without getting it right.
Okay. That's what matters. Don't go to sleep without getting it right, because you got to get it right.
Ever. Like, we kissing on the mouth and everything, and then we go into bed. Don't play with me. I don't give a damn how bad you is.
Suki said, I want an 80-year-old with a fast booty that don't remember anything.
Bye. Bye.
Oh my God, that's terrible. Because he want to take advantage.
Yeah, Suki is probably somebody's CPA right now.
He probably got 2 of the 3 right down in front of him.
Probably so.
You see, trying to recruit me to I'm the 3rd, so
got 2 and go for the 3rd. Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
Where's Savage at then? Oh, he ain't allowed on the women's perspective.
Yeah, this is Savage.
There's not one damn thing even remotely close to anything to do with that with him. He ain't got a piece of femininity in him.
Savage is a piece of work.
I love him.
Yes, I do. Yeah, I hear you in the background, Dana, when he's on the show.
Oh yeah.
Because he just be making you go off in the background.
I be like, what you say, huh? And look, I have my husband scared to say so. I be like, okay, you wait till that show go off. I got something for you.
He says that too. I'm in trouble now. See, you got me in trouble.
Yeah, we do. I guess we do, don't we?
Yeah, we dropped the link to be on. Savage will drop the link any minute now.
Oh yeah.
He'll definitely drop the link.
He hiding out, drinking.
Lady Navoa, you're asking where K Boogie is, or are you saying hi to me?
I think because she said, where's Savage then? LOL.
Yeah.
She was asking. Maybe. He's everywhere.
I don't know. You can come on the lady's perspective and give her perspective of what she thinks about men and money and how important it is. We like different perspectives. I don't know if she's coming on or not. But see, I I had gotten a clip just in case we needed to speak about it. You guys ever hear of Steven Speaks? He's I don't know how, I don't think you'd call it a motivational speaker, but he's got his own opinions, and he was saying the same thing about building and the ability.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have Savage put it up if he could, so you'll know what I'm talking about, because that's where I wanted to base it off of, his little thing, because a lot of men are listening to him, so that was important. And that's Lady Navoa walking around.
Hi,
Hello.
ladies.
What's going on, ma'am?
Because I was trying to hook it up. It's hot out here. So I got in something cool. So I made me a little dress out of a big old jersey. So I could be cool. It's hot out
Sometimes
here.
you got to
ladies.
do that.
Yeah, you don't want to pass that out here. Okay, so this is Savage Network, but he has a channel for where you guys take over on one of the days out of the week and do a network.
There are different
so-
shows. Since it's entertainment, you get a piece of everything. Men's perspectives, women's perspectives. Speaking the
Or-
truth on Tuesday nights with Kim. You fall in love with Kim. She's on Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 8 Central Time. That's her time. It's Central Time.
Sorry, it's
Okay.
gonna be a little dark. I'm closing the window and turning the light on because it's getting nighttime. So I apologize. But what's the topic? I'm willing to, conversate. Let's do it.
Okay. It is men and money, and it falls off of the last show we had. The men were saying that we demand money, we expect money. There's women out here that are gold diggers and all that other stuff, and all three of us agree that money isn't everything.
Okay.
What do you think?
Okay, that's all three of you guys. But let's keep it real because it seems like you guys are not in delusional world like most of these chicks are. So let's be in reality so I know I'm on my right path with talking
Okay.
to you ladies. Because if you guys were in delusional world, I would not be up here on this panel. So let me see where you at. Okay. Women now let's keep it real. Since Kevin Samuels came out and started talking about the high value men, they took the perspective of what he was saying the wrong way. He was telling them how to get one and letting them know that if you're not the qualified pick for a high value man, like this is why. Now all of a sudden the women wanted to drop all the average. Playing music. Do you guys hear music?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm like,
That's
am I
not us.
tripping? Girl, 'cause I got my earpiece on. I'm like, hold up, I ain't playing that. Y'all got me dreaming over here. But ever since he did that, all the women want it. Not all women. A lot of women want high value men. Even the ones that don't qualify with them. That think because they live in La La Land. They want the Prince Charming. They want the fantasy world. They want the wedding, but not the marriage. You see what I'm talking about? So they deleting the average man and they not making enough. They're not good to hold down a household, a family, a wife. So they need you to make six figures. They need you to be tall. They need you to do this and they need to do that. But when you ask them what they bring to the table, they want a response, I am the table.
Mhm.
Then they say, I don't need a man, but you want a man with money. But I thought you didn't need a man. See, I don't disrespect.
I blame
because
Disney, actually.
I don't blame Disney because Disney was doing their job just like a comedian do their job. A woman has her choice to know her role, so she don't need to get influenced by no damn Disney. If she needs to get influenced by Disney, maybe she needs to use Cartoon Network. Hello.
But Cinderella said that you can live a certain way and sweep up behind people, and then one day, just somebody's gonna come along, give you the right clothes to put on, and you're out there, and
So-
Prince Charming's coming along.
Yeah, and I agree with that comment by Drunk. I guess he gets drunk, but that's right. If you broke and you trying to date, your priorities are messing. How you gonna take care of a lady? How you think she gonna want to pick you, especially how they talking today? You know what I'm saying? My pastor, just like women wants the control, and y'all know they want that power. You know we do. I don't. I don't want to be equal to my man. I don't want to be equal.
I'm
Because
yeah, I'm not.
if I,
I
because if
wouldn't want
I'm,
a man that I could control.
Me
huh?
either. Me
I
I
either.
wouldn't
don't
want
either.
a man that I
If
could
I tell
control.
if I'm mad at my man and I tell him to get out, I want him to stand his ground, saying this is my house. Lady, if the next room ain't helping you, or you can't go outside around the back and smoke you a blunt or some or a cigarette or whatever, or drink some wine or whatever you want to do, then you can leave, but leave my kids here. Men need to step up and step back up and put their foot down. This is new
Hmm.
generation shit because the parents not teaching it in the home. We
That's
already
right.
know that because we seen kids raise themselves and
Okay,
they
Hmm.
I'm gonna pause.
disrespect
I'm
that.
gonna I'm
They
gonna pause you,
disrespecting
Lady
the
Navoa.
elder. Go
Lady
ahead.
Navoa. Let the panel know, let your audience know that you are a married woman. How long you been married?
Oh, sorry, I was muted. I am a married woman. I've been married for 14 years, been with him for 20. I knew the assignment. I got married young, and I didn't even know it. I didn't even know it was like that at the time until now. We got married young. I think I was 23 because we was 19 when we was together, or 20, something like that. So don't quote me. 23, 24. I got married. Been married 14 years, and I live in California, Mississippi. What else do I gotta say? What else you told me to say? You sound
No,
like
I just wanted you to give your background. There's something going on with your speaker though. It's like
I don't
it's,
know because it's silent in here.
Staticky.
yeah, it's staticky.
Okay, maybe it's the airpad. Let me take these off there.
Oh shit,
Okay.
Silky. Okay.
What did Silky say now?
He said somebody said, "Can you cook?" He said, I'm a chef in real life."
Oh, okay. Silky ain't got no money. I thought that's what he said the last time.
You hear me?
But he does. I do hear you. But he does like to buy women's groceries so he can eat them. He says, which is okay.
Well, hell yeah. Toss the salad right on up. Come on, Silky. Let me be the third one. But I ain't messing with them other two girls, though. That's all I'm saying.
No.
Messing with them.
Yeah, when you get somebody knocking on your door, don't be upset and talk about oh Lord.
Yeah, I bet my ass right on over.
Okay. This 37-year-old is waking you up completely. All right, I ain't mad at you. You're okay. Lighten yourself
Maybe.
to okay.
I don't care what time, day, night, morning, whatever. Okay. I'm waiting. Come on.
Oh, he's flying you out with the Monopoly money. No, you ain't going nowhere.
Oh, he already know we're not doing. He already know we're not doing that.
He don't even have the Game of Life money. You know the newer game.
Ain't nobody calling Silky up. Ain't nobody flying nobody out with no Monopoly money. I told you you're gonna get Monopoly. You know what?
Lady Navoa, are you talking to us? Because you're muted if you're talking.
Am I?
Oh,
Not now.
You're good.
We ain't haters, Silky. Is it Sanai? Is it Sanai? Sanaya? She said, I can't assume, I can't see anybody's picture. Someone said broke men have no say in a relationship with a woman with money. And K Boogie agreed with that.
Yeah. Okay, so he's gonna show the clip now. He just
okay.
Show the clip. Thank you.
Oh yeah, please show the clip.
See that? Play the clip, sir. All right. I think we're having technical difficulties. But yeah, Steven Speaks. He's got a whole bunch of things. I watch him all the time. I like a brown man with a beard.
Do women only want men with money? To the question of do women only want men with money, the answer is no. However, the reality is that financial stability is extremely important to women. So, as a man, you have to understand that, yes, she is looking for your ability to not just simply provide, because there are a lot of women out there in this day and age, whether we agree with this mentality or not, who don't care about the whole the man has to be the provider, who is more than willing to split the bills with you, even though if you've seen my previous video, I'm not for this whole splitting bills, but that's a whole other video. But there's women who's cool with that. They're okay with even taking on the financial load to a certain extent.
Oh, let's see if it comes back on. Well, the gist of it is just what we were speaking about, how it's okay to not have the money, but have a mindset that we're going to get some money. We're going to put it together and hold on to
On
it.
the financial load to a certain extent.
I have no control over that.
I don't know what's going on.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, go ahead.
You think like you're supposed to think like that in your prime years. That's how you start out to get to where you need to be, where you at, you know, your late 30s or middle 30s, late 40s or early 40s. You know what I mean? So you get to like my age, and I got there like middle of the 30s. So, but I'm just saying, to start off with no money, but you got the mind frame how to get the money. That's the prime years. Don't you agree?
Yes.
You don't be like that at 40 trying to figure it out and start there. I think I want to start my life. I think I want to be a rapper at 50.
But there are some men out there that want to be rappers at 50.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, everybody should follow their dream.
Think?
Listen, that doesn't mean I'm gonna be with a rapper anytime soon, and that's gonna be his main gig. And while I was doing real estate, I was working 2 part-time jobs until I got this shit straight. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like when it comes to that, again, you know, I'm not opposed to a man who is hardworking and does what he needs to do. I'm just opposed to the mindset in itself that he doesn't aspire for anything more, and isn't trying to create something or build something bigger than what he already has.
Drunk said he only wants a female who got the same things he has financially and basically materialistically. He doesn't mind spending money on a female, but it ain't trying to take care of nobody.
Well, he's in the wrong place unless that's what she wants. That's not a husband's mind frame.
Now, see, my thing is the role is the man is supposed to be the provider. Yes. But what does that entail in your mindset, Dana, for a man?
But it's so the man is supposed to be the head, but it's so many men out here that's not stepping up to the plate to be the head. So that's when the woman has to step in to get what needs to be done.
And that's when they call us too masculine and be like, you're in your masculine energy, but things.
And then when they feel like you step up to do what needs to be done, then they feel like you try to make them look less than. But what do? Do you do without, or you go get what you need to get? Because that was me. I never depended on a man. Even I had 2 kids. I never depended on a man to do anything. I never put child support on my baby daddy. I got it how I got it. And my boys was always taken care of. So when I got a man, it was like hard because I was so used to doing it on. I had to learn to be in subjection to him.
Okay.
Can I say
what about? Go ahead.
Okay. First off, when you girlfriend and boyfriend, you shouldn't even be talking about submissive. That's pre-trial to see if she's the wife. If y'all.
I'm the wife now, but guess what? The Bible said you overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the word of your testimony. So you got to tell your testimony. So whoever else in that predicament, they can come out because they know you came out.
In a comment. So don't jump so fast. I wasn't talking about you. Somebody made a comment. And here on panels is submissive. When your boyfriend and girlfriend, you shouldn't even be thinking about submissive. You submit to your husband.
That's who I was talking about. I would submit to my husband, not my baby daddy, because he want my husband.
Oh, okay.
That's what I said. I said, like, when I was doing my thing, like men in general, like it was hard for me because I was saying I always was the go-getter until I met my husband. So it was hard for me to be submissive, but I had to learn to be submissive because that's the man that God sent me. But if you so used to doing it on your own, then when a man step in, you gotta like back down so he can be the man who God placed in your life.
Okay, back to you. I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about the comment.
Okay.
Move to you. I'm just like, she's really defending herself. I didn't say to you, empower to you. You have to do what you have to do, right? Well, because people talk about submissive. They don't know submissive don't go with girl. It goes with your
That's
husband.
right.
Not in the Bible. Ain't no
It said it's husband.
please.
It don't say nothing about no boyfriend. It says a husband. A wife must be submissive to her husband.
I can't hear her again. I can't hear her again.
Yeah, she's in and out. Kim, what do you think that you should be submissive to your boyfriend or your?
I mean, you know, and I've said this before. Me personally, where I've been in my space is I feel the same way Dana does. You just don't show up in it. If you've been a certain way and you've carried a certain behavior, you just don't go, oh, when the right man show up, then I'm going to do this. It takes effort. It takes actual effort to do that. If you weren't already walking around in your feminine nature and able to balance the masculine side that you do have in you, because of course we all have both energies in us, then, you know, for me anyway, you know what I'm saying? You don't just step into that. So I am in the business, me personally, when I'm around a man that I deem to be a good and decent man, then I will submit to that. But that's me practicing submissiveness for my person when he shows up, because at the end of the day, I don't not only not have a man, I don't have anyone else. I don't have a fallback plan. I am it. I am now the head of the generations that I've produced. My mother and father are in their 70s, and all of my grandparents are dead, and none of that side of the family on my seed side of their family, you know what I'm saying? I'm it. So there is no fallback. I have to make sure that I'm the woman that I want to be and choose to be and desire to be for my person, and me being the submissive, I'm practicing. So yes, when I'm around men, even if they aren't in a relationship with me, I tend to be somewhat submissive. And the bonus to that is lately, I've had several men say, like, acknowledge the femininity in me, which is beautiful for me, because I've been working so hard to be that, you know what I mean? And I appreciate that they're aware and can acknowledge it. And then that makes me feel more confident that, you know, I'm on the right path for healing, right? To be who I need to be for myself, who I choose to be for me.
That new man sees that.
Yes.
Look at that. Look, I see that smile. I see it.
Watch
so
me
I'm
blush now.
Get a little red. So I'm gonna answer back. Drunk. He put in, I want to meet a female who got her own stuff. So when we get together, we got double, not my stuff, and it's not split. The only thing with women having, you know, their own stuff is they are in control of their things. So sometimes it's hard for a woman to stop trying to be in control. So that's a really hard part, trying to be submissive under the man that God led. Like, I'm a chop up her name. Sinai said that she always thought that she would submit naturally, and a man that's truly the head will be led by God to you. So it's kind of hard, because for myself, I am very controlling. I am, and it takes a strong man to say, okay, that's not how it works, boo, because I've done it myself. I have adult children that I have done everything, bought the house, bought the cars, went to college, all this stuff. So somebody coming in talking about, I got you, and you got to come correct behind all of that, because it took a lot for myself. So that's the harder part about getting a mate.
I can see that.
Can you see Natasha's comment, Dana?
It just popped up on my end. Just
okay.
Now.
Lady, you want to answer back, Natasha?
Agreed.
Nope, because I ain't gonna be able to get it out.
Okay.
I appreciate the genuine courtesy, and in return, I acknowledge their chivalry, generous kindness, leadership. Yeah. Exactly. 100% agree with that statement. Absolutely. I mean, and it's not for everybody. You know, I'm a firm believer that there's never going to be 100% on 100% of things. I say that all the time. You know what I mean? There are different types of women and there's different types of men, you know, and I'm not here to change nobody's mind. I'm just here, you know, for my perspective, literally from my perspective, like, this is the way I live. You know, I have no judgment on anybody else and what they choose. And, you know, best thing in the world was, if you want to reciprocate, then reciprocate that energy. You know what I mean? Don't pass judgment on me for who I am and what
That's right.
you know, because everybody's going to do what they're going to do. We are not all going to be in agreement on everything. That's not how it works. We are not all going to be that woman. We're not all going to be that man, because we have now officially, generationally co-created an environment that is not conducive to that. So
That's
right.
there's going to be different levels of us adjusting in society as women. There's women who only give two shits about some money. I don't get it. I don't get it. I was never like that, but I also came from a broke mindset. So I didn't think about that shit anyway. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't my thought like, oh, I'm broke as fuck, I'm gonna find me a rich man. I never even had that thought. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I wasn't out looking for a broke one, but that's what happened. You know what I'm saying? And I ended up in poverty for 20 years, but you know, look at me shining now. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like I've got drugged through to come up and be here and be able to say, like, I'm creating generational wealth. Like, I came from nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And I am doing shit, following in Dana and her husband's shoes.
Yep.
'Cause I actually, my mom died when I was 5 years old.
Wow.
So, you know, it was like my dad and my grandma had to raise me. So, you know, back then they really didn't have anything, but they taught you to be valuable. You know, they taught you to take care of what you had.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. Because it's valuable. Everything is valuable. At the end
I
of
just
the
want to
day.
put out there, thank everybody that's in the chat room. Chat Lives
Always
Matter. I don't think this video is actually going to play, so I don't think we need to play it. However, I'd like to thank everybody in the chat room that's in there, because I'm not reading everybody's. Chat Lives Matter. Y'all can talk amongst yourselves.
Even though if you've seen my previous video, I'm not for this whole splitting bills, but that's a whole other video. But there's women who's cool with that. They're okay with even taking on the financial load to a certain extent. But the reality is that no woman wants a man who's a financial burden. See, so you have to differentiate the two, because I see too many men getting so caught up in this idea that women only want men with money. You have to be rich and all these things. No, you don't just have to be rich, but you need to be stable. First and foremost, be stable. Now listen, rich is always nice, and rich is going to always work in your favor. But I don't want you to be discouraged or get caught up in focusing on that to where now you lack confidence, or you start to think that these women are just money hungry, when that's not what's going on. So again, you got to be stable, number one. Number two, you have to know how to handle your money. So many men out there, in reality, can still make decent money, but are still broke. All right. And they're broke because they do not know how to manage their finances, which is why in a lot of households, when people do get married, you see that the finances get switched over to the wife. Now, that can be a resolution when it comes to that relationship. However, as a man, you have to be wise enough, or you should be willing to learn on how to better manage your money. So again, you're not a financial liability to any woman in a relationship. Also, you have to understand that in managing your money, it's not when you now get with this woman, it's not going to be just your money. It's you and her money coming together. Do women only want?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Savage thought we should watch the whole video. The entire video. Just so I know.
Women do adopt broke men. Drunk's right. Women do adopt broke men. I remember it wasn't, I just remember for some reason this stood out to me, but I worked at Apple. It was a nightmare, but anyway, in a call center. It was a freaking nightmare, but I needed money. So anyway, there was this girl that I worked, young chick too, real young. And her boyfriend used to drop her off every day in her car and go home. And you know, and I'm not even judging her, because baby, I don't know how many times that happened with me and my husband, ex-husband, where I was, you know, he was dropping me off in the only car that we had, and I'm going to work, and you know what I mean? And he, you know, laughing it up. Well, I take care of the kids. Barely. Like, he took care of the kids, but he didn't take care of anything else. Like, it was more of a, you know, show for everybody. But, you know, women do that. That is absolutely a true statement.
But I don't think they do it intentionally. I don't think we move in broke men intentionally.
I think there's a lot of women who do. I think there's a whole
Yep, me too.
set
You
of
think
women.
intentionally?
They just don't care. Or
Nope.
and let me say this, because I can't speak, but I will say this just based on the few conversations that I've had with women who were in relationships with men in these particular situations. In my particular, and you know what, I'm not even gonna speak on them, I'm gonna speak on myself. When I was with my ex-husband, we had 3 kids and somebody had to fucking work. And as sorry as his ass was, and I'm not angry about it, I'm just stating a fact. As sorry as his ass was, I was grateful that he was there because I had to go to work and make money, right?
Mhm.
And he was at home with our children, taking care of them, right? Maybe the house wasn't clean and dinner wasn't served and he wasn't the housewife he should have been, but I ended up in that situation. When I met him, he did not have a job. He moved from another state and came to live with me. Now, I had known him for a while, but that's irrelevant. I did take him in. You know what I'm saying? He did start working. You know, he made it look good for a little bit, and he would work throughout the relationship, a year here, 6 months here, 8 months there, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't intentionally think in my head, like, let me adopt this other child. You know what I mean? I thought he'd come down, you know, get a job, start working, start maintaining. You know, you believe in people and you put expectations on people and what they're, you know, capable of possibly doing in the future. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I did. But I do see women who don't give a fuck. They're like, oh, baby, he fine and he this, and you know, he ain't. That's all he is. You know what I mean?
There are some women that want the status of having a man. You're right.
Yeah, and no matter,
Just to say I got a man.
yeah, and no matter how fine he is, when he opened his mouth, or he got a broke mindset, or he got a fucked up mindset, there's nothing attractive about him anymore.
Nothing.
He immediately becomes unattractive. Period. You know what I mean? But there's women that still see something in that. You know what I mean? And that's the brokenness in them. Don't get me started tonight. That's the brokenness in the women that are choosing the men like that. And that's just the reality. You know, no offense to anybody who chose one now, but you know, take a look at what's broken in you that it's okay for you not to see your own worth.
That's the truth.
Your question, yes.
I'm sorry, Lady Naveau, what'd you say, hon?
When it was me.
To Sanaa question, yes.
What was her question? Oh, do you eventually come off as masculine?
Oh.
Read the whole thing.
Okay. When it was me, I was making efforts to not date the money, so I ended up being the money. It's cool if he's taking care of the kids and cleaning up, but don't I eventually come off as masculine?
Let me explain that.
Okay.
Ladies, y'all probably ain't gonna want to hear this. God made us. We are for the men. When God made Adam, he told Adam to name the world before he told him to build it, right? Adam was in the world. He was naming all the plants, all the bugs, all the animals, all the, you know, trees, whatever, the birds, whatever, animals. And he was lonely, which means, in layman's terms, because you can't put it in the Bible, he had a piece hanging, which is his pito, his penis.
Okay.
So he was horny, lonely, horny. The real ones know what the scriptures in the Bible is. We don't take it to our ways to make it how it sounds, to make it right. That's what it means. So he brought Eve. So Eve's role was to reproduce, to be the helpmate of Adam. Not because he needed help, because he was lonely. It's in the book. So if you're the one who's having a child, because you're the one who has to have the baby, the kid.
Okay.
And he's at home and he's not your security, your protector and provider. Why you?
Uh-oh.
No.
There you go.
No, I can't hear.
We can't hear you. Okay, we can't hear you, but I definitely know what she's talking about. You know, we have to
Drunk say.
Go into our roles. What did Drunk just say?
If the woman's working and the man's at home taking care of kids, to me, He's making a conscious effort to not be shit unless he's sick or something. I don't get it.
Well, the Bible says a man don't work. A man don't work, he don't eat. So what? So why should you take care of a man?
So
I mean, not unless he's sick or something and he can't do for himself. But I feel like a man should work. I feel like you should do it together.
But isn't taking care of kids work?
I mean, we as women see it that way. But the minute that, I've run across a lot of single dads, and, I had to be really respectful for their time, because at first I didn't get it. And then I thought about all the single mothers I know and their time and what it looks like and how they're stretched and that kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? But the men don't get that same consideration when they're raising. Now, I know I'm talking about two different things, but I'm just saying in the idea that raising kids is a very important tool and very important. It's crucial, right? With that being said, I think it depends on the relationship and the man, again, because daddies are so fucking important, right? Mm-hmm. Daddies are so fucking important. And especially at our age, say, I'm too old to have younger kids, but, people that are, in their 30s, really in their 40s, that have younger kids, mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That come into, if a woman makes enough money and let's say the man, for the sake, at least has a job when he comes into it, you know what I mean? Or, okay. And nowadays too, at the end of the day, I could take all of this back, but let me finish my thought. But, daddies are so important to the boys and the girls, you know what I mean? And I don't know. I mean, he could be aspiring, as long as he's maybe inspiring to do other things, or, in the community. I don't know. Like, I can't say what I think he should do in place of it. But I feel that raising kids is crucial, and especially Black daddies are so fucking important right now that I'm not opposed to that. You know what I mean? I don't necessarily feel like he's not doing something, because even we as mothers that don't work and are able to be in a position to stay at home, we usually have something outside that we aspire for, like some type of community, something that we give to or give back. We're not just mamas. We're a lot of things. Not saying women don't get lost in being a mama. I'm just saying we have other outlets too. We're still women. We're still individuals. Agreed. Still doing things. And with daddies being that important, especially at this age, if we come into it, someone comes into the relationship again at our age, like I said, I already have my own money. I you know what I mean? So it would be okay if I had a younger child, if the man came in and we made a mutual decision that he could stay home. And just because providing doesn't only mean monetary. I've said this before. When a provider is spoken of, and everybody knows I'm not a Christian, but even in the Bible, that there wasn't necessarily monetary value back then when the Bible was written. People didn't walk around with dollar bills and $50 mm-hmm. bartered for their time.
They gave their time.
Right? Yeah. Because you can provide spiritually to that child mm-hmm. as a provider. You can provide mentally, intellectually, right? Okay. There's so many more things that you can be a provider of besides monetary shit. So a dad being at home, if he is doing his due diligence and he is increasing them children, I'm down for that. I'm down.
Well, I mean, he could be providing something else.
The dick. Oh,
yeah. Well, I mean, I guess that's just my different generation, because I always came from a family that a man had to work. You got to take care of your family. I mean, if you're a single mama, if you're a single parent, and if you don't work, how do you take care of your kids?
True. But I do like the different perspectives where we're saying that back then in the Bible, it wasn't such such materialistic things at that time. Mm-hmm. I mean, as long as there was a shelter, if maybe he just had to make sure that the wood was on the top of the roof type thing.
But I do agree. I agree with her, because now kids really do need their dad in their life. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I really do agree with that, because like I said, I really do, because I regret sometimes that my kid's dad is not in their life, because then if he was, maybe they wouldn't have made some of the decisions that they made. But with me trying to be the mom and the dad, I couldn't tell them everything that a boy should not and should do, because I'm a woman.
Right,
And
right,
if their
right.
dad would have been there, then maybe they wouldn't have made the mistakes that they made.
Mhm.
I was always taught that the mom can't never be the dad, so you can't be the mom.
Right.
The mom.
Yeah.
On Father's Day, it just ain't no Father's Day when the kids in the house. Mother's Day is your day. I don't understand why women say they're the father. You're not a father. You don't have a penis. You're not the dad. You're the mom. And it's okay just to be the mom. You that on one mom. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? Stop saying I'm the mama and the daddy. Because first of all, you can't teach a man. You can't raise a man teaching him how to be in his feelings. A man can, because we're gonna teach them how to be sentimental. That's stop the cap. Because
Well,
a
you
lot,
know what my kids told me on Father's Day? Happy Father's Day, Mom.
yeah,
Because they know they know I was there and their dad wasn't.
I know, but you supposed to let them know, like, no, I'm your mom.
My kids actually said Happy Mother's Day again to me that day because there was no father in the home. So I took it because it was an extra Mother's Day for me.
Right.
But my dad was a part of their lives, so it was Father's Day for him. But we both went
Mm-hmm.
out, and I took my dad out for dinner, or we had steak on the grill.
Mhm.
But I would make sure I had my piece of steak because I did my part.
I
But I
know
never
that's right.
took anything away from their father because no, he definitely was there. He definitely gave me that because I like to say to my kids, everything they do wrong, it's his DNA, not mine. So I count them in there. I'm just making a joke. I'm just making a joke, lady. I know.
No, but you knew the assignment. You knew that on Father's Day, even if it wasn't celebrated, that it wasn't your day. You already had yours first. Mother's Day comes first. And a lot of women want to take both of the holidays because they raise their kids, and they don't understand, like, that is wrong. You teaching your kids that, though. You're not their daddy. I was taught that by traditional wives. You know what I'm saying? You don't do that. You're not the father. You ain't no man.
I
Just
agree now. I'm just talking about when I was a single mom back in
And
the
then
day.
I agree too. But the thing of it is, you can tell kids anything when they're young, but once they get grown and they see things, you can't change their mind because they know for themselves.
yeah, I agree with that. And they're very act like children. Who, women?
No, Silky just want to act up because he ain't acted up yet. They're very needy and act like children. You know what? That's individually people are needy and act like children. That isn't a female or a male thing that at all whatsoever. You know, I say this all the time. The kids nowadays are evolved physically and intellectually, but they're still immature because they're still children.
Mm-hmm.
And people don't understand the difference of what's going on. They don't understand why they behave the way they do. My kids were fucking smart as shit, but because of the environment that they grew up in, they were very immature. They didn't get out in the world and really experience the world as much as they should have early on. So everything they did at a lag, you know. And a lot of the stuff they did at a lag was good. So I'm not complaining at all, but I'm just saying, you know, it becomes, you know, everybody has something, you know, but they were really immature at a grown age. And it took me a minute to realize what it was, and then to be able to adapt to that for them as their mama and be able to address it in them. Like, hey, this is what's happening. This is why it feels this kind of way, right? Because y'all got all this fucking knowledge because I'm your fucking mama. And, you know, but you're emotionally really, you know, you're immature, you know, because you didn't have the experiences that everybody had, and because you had such trauma in your life growing up too, you know, that decreases a child. It puts them in a different place, you know, whether we think so or not. Whether we think, you know, I thought that I hid everything for 20 years, and although they didn't see a lot, they felt it, you know. And now in their 20s, you know, and I say this, my kids know they can say anything to me, even if it hurts me to the core of my being, if it helps them heal. That's all that, you know, I'm concerned with, so that I can hold to my accountability and my responsibility and my part of their trauma. They can say whatever they want to with me, and they do. And it's okay, because I know that the more they say to me and the more they share with me, the more that they heal. And that's all that I want for them. You know what I mean? That's why I'm so transparent. That's why I get on these shows and I talk about my experiences that happened to me. I'm getting to the point where this is the only place I talk about it, because I don't want it to be a part of my life, but I do want it to be a part of people's life who are healing, you know. And I think Dana said it earlier, so you can see, You know what I mean? We all have different perspectives on purpose, because there's a group of women who are going to agree with me. There's a group that are going to agree with Dana. There's a group that are going to agree with Lady. A group that's
the whole point of the show.
Okay, Boogie, right? And they can say, "Oh shit, I'm not alone," and they can see that we up here respectfully having a conversation, and that we don't all necessarily agree, but we ain't up here cat fighting and acting a damn fool. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, and now we get to now other people who didn't get, like I say all the time, I'm healing publicly. That's how I feel, and I'm not ashamed of that, because nobody healed in front of me, right?
Right, we're broken.
That's right.
Right. We're all up here, and that's what we doing. We healing while we doing this. This is healing for us to be in this space. You know, it's hard for women to be in spaces anymore with each other. And I'm, the biggest culprit. I'm not good. I'm not good at women. I definitely have mommy issues that are probably not all the way resolved and shit. And I grew up with really not good women none of them. Like, no good women. So I never got that connection or that bond with women. I appreciate women. I appreciate their beauty. I appreciate their intellect. But that I do not attract women at all.
And we appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, y'all so sweet.
And we can see you on Tuesday at 9 p.m. But I do want to put out a spoiler alert. In 2 weeks, Sanaa, I'm butchering her name. I have some problems. Anyway, we will have her debuting on September 11th. Our show will be totally different September 11th. But before that, we're going to make sure that we get enough women to hear our perspectives. And then we're going to have little ballads being sung to us by our own in 2 weeks. And that's a wonderful thing. Lady, I appreciate you coming on the panel today. And Dana, hopefully we'll see you ladies next week.
Yes.
At 8.
Great speaking with you. I believe in y'all.
We can hear certain words you're saying.
It's Sanaa Sharif.
Okay. Thank you for correcting me. I apologize. I do not have my screen right. I don't know if you guys can hear the baby in the background. I've had some difficulties. And just like I told you, that's why I'm not up on the screen. With that being said, I appreciate you. Appreciate everybody in the chat room. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that notification for the next time that we are on. But on Tuesday, again, we will be listening to Kim and her truths, like always. And we enjoy that completely. So hopefully we see you all there.
Yes.
And that is it.
What days do you do this? I would love to get on it.
I'm sorry, what day, what?
What days do you guys do the ladies to be part of the panel?
Oh, on Sunday at 8 p.m.
I'll be there next Sunday.
Awesome.
All right.
Nice
We will
talking
see
to
you,
ladies. Enjoy your nights.
All right. Good night. Good night.
Bye.
Bye-bye.